run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The Panthers kicker, Graham Gano, set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte.
Here we go. Here we go. Come on, Nate. Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, 47. Check 99. Check 99. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check. He's checking. Crash. Slam. Here we go, going to 53.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Elliott. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
Tighten up. We're going to 54. Right here.
On third down, it's Elliott. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 76 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Wide, get wide. 8, 36.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now this throw caught left side. There he goes left side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 63 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's not going to get it. Kill. Swerve. Hey. We're going to 52. Check 3.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3. Here we go, 47. Check. We're going to 54. Right in. Under. Watch the whip. 26.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 36, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Power running by Zeke. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Marr on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Started the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Marr now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Gun. Check 31. Check 26. Hey, switch gears. Check nickel. Watch twist. Check 40. Express.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
It's 3rd and 10.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's just me and you. Hey, come on. Check 48.
Back to throw, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Newton. And this one's incomplete. The intended target, Mike Davis. And it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 22. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Uncorks one for Davis. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
46. 47. 26.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott letting one fly. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Look at the spin. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Eight. Express. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing is Newton. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On first down, it's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
He's coming. We got that one. Go to 54, 26.
On first down, Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They keep on the ground with Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. On third down, it's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing. Let's go. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Quick the edge. Go. Joker. Back 26.
This is Elliott. Powering forward. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Sponge. No. Shift. Hatchet. Check.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They come up in an offset eye.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the backer. Watch the backer. Deuce. Shoot. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Lining.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime?
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on, fellas.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he fires one incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
20. Crunch time, defense. Alert flare. Great.
On 3rd down, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 65 yards. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Gano the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Kill. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Shoot, shoot. We're going to 53. He's checking crap. Check 26.
They go to Elliott again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. 3rd and long for Prescott. Caught by Cobb. A big play here for Dallas. 54 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
27.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Here's Newton, and that's caught. It's Hogan. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton, and he's got the hook up to Moore. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
3rd and 2, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's the former Tar Heel back here in Carolina, Robert Quinn. Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And this is caught. He hits Moore. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
20.
Now Newton on 1st down. And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up
Check,
2nd and 12.
20.
At the 25-yard line.
Hustle. 55. Now watch run.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Newton. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Switch! 47. Gun. We're going to 54. Wide in. 26.
To throw is Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
55, Mike. Hey, fast! I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check 3. Check. Crunch.
To throw again. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. On first down, Newton. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chris Hogan, 33 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Next to score, Cowboys 35, Panthers 28.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Cowboys take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now Elway. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Check four. Shit. Tighten up. We're going to 54.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Kill. We're going to 52. We're going to 54.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Prescott to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. Cooper was the intended target.
It's your time, baby.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Let's make these go. Hey! 55. Hey, eat. We got to get the ball.
One last throw here for Newton. And he can't get can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.